Hi guys, today I am going to review the OnePlus 15, which is one of the most controversial flagship of the year and at the same time one of the most value for money flagship. In this video, we will see how it's performing now and what's update on its competitor. So stick till the end to know all the details about it. In the box you get the device, a 120 watt wired charger, a Type-C cable, a good quality case that matches the color of the device, and a SIM ejector pin. Now let's talk about the design and build. The design of the OnePlus 15 looks just okay, nothing fancy. It's a simple design. Some people may like it and some may not because design is always subjective. Personally, I think the black color looks really awesome. Talking about build quality, the OnePlus 15 is top notch and easily comparable to other flagships. It feels solid in the hand with its metal frame and antenna lines. The device is 8.2 mm thick and weighs around 215 grams. The weight distribution is also well balanced, so your hands won't feel uncomfortable during usage. Although the phone is slightly wider in form factor, it also comes with up to IP69K water and dust resistance, which is great to see. One interesting thing about the back panel is that it may get scratches, but you can actually rub out the scratches with your fingers, almost like dusting it off, which I personally found quite impressive. Now let's talk about the display. The OnePlus 15 features a 6.78 inches 1.5K OLED BOE-X3 8T flat display. With 165Hz refresh rate, the display gets really bright outdoors and easily visible under direct sunlight thanks to its 1800 nits brightness in high brightness mode and minimum brightness of 1 nits. It also comes with Gorilla Glass Victus 2 protection on the display, which is really good. The display supports 100% color accuracy with DCI P3 color gamut and a 10-bit panel. In-display ultrasonic fingerprint sensor is placed perfectly for easy reach and it works very fast even with wet hands. The LTO panel also works well during normal usage. It goes up to 120 Hz and when you are not touching the screen it drops down to 1 Hz to improve battery life. Now although the OnePlus 15 comes with 1.5K resolution display while its predecessor the OnePlus 13 had a 2K display, honestly in day-to-day usage it doesn't make a major difference. Watching content on the OnePlus 15 is engaging and enjoyable. The phone is usable with one hand, but reaching the corners might be slightly difficult with single hand. It supports wideband L1 with HDR Dolby Vision on Netflix and it runs 4K HDR videos on YouTube smoothly. The bezels on the OnePlus 15 are symmetrical and among the thinnest on any flagship device with around 95% screen to body ratio. The 165Hz refresh rate is great for gaming, but currently very few apps and games supports 165Hz. Games like COD Mobile, Clash of Clans, Brawl Stars, Real Racing 3, Standoff 2 and Blood Strike supports it, but mostly day-to-day apps still runs at 120Hz. Now let's talk about the software. OnePlus 15's software experience is excellent thanks to Oxygen OS 16. Out of the box, I didn't notice any lags or stutters in the UI. App switching, opening and closing animations are buttery smooth. There are only 4 pre-installed bloatwares like Instagram, Netflix, LinkedIn and Facebook. The phones comes with Android 16 out of the box and will receive 4 years of Android upgrades and 6 years of security patches. It also includes features like Plus Key, Mindspace and Live Alerts. Live Alert is inspired by Dynamic Island and shows live scores, media playback and notifications. Plus Key is also used as to save in Mindspace. There are also several AI features such as AI voice scribe, AI translation, AI reframe and circle to search. OnePlus 15 supports O Plus Connect, which helps transfer data easily between macOS, iOS, iPadOS and Windows devices. Now let's check the performance and benchmark. Note all benchmarks were conducted at room temperature around 20 degrees Celsius without AC, but with a fan during first week of November. The device is powered by the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 chipset paired with LPDDR5X RAM and UFS 4.1 storage. In the Antutu, the device scored almost around 4 million while reaching around 39 degrees Celsius and consuming 7% battery. During a 30 minutes throttling test, it throttles to around 80% and the temperature stayed around 35 degrees Celsius. In the Geekbench CPU single core, it scores around 3650. CPU multi-core, it scores around 11,000. In the Geekbench GPU, it scores around 24,000. Impressive scores. In the 3D Mark stress test, the phone maintained about 75% stability in all the tests with good scores, which many of its competitors fails to achieve. That shows OnePlus did a fabulous job to keep the stability on the device very well. The maximum temperature recording during these extreme stress tests was around 48 degrees Celsius, which is acceptable considering how demanding these tests are. These benchmark scores are really well, and stability is the main key highlight here. It clearly shows the OnePlus has mastered optimization with the OnePlus 15 because its competitors are not able to maintain this level of stability in the 3D stress tests. RAM management is also excellent. You can keep many apps in the recent app section and jump back exactly where you left off. All the OnePlus 15 performs extremely well in both day-to-day tasks and intensive workloads. Now let's talk about gaming. All games were conducted at room temperature around 20 degree without AC and without fan. During 3 hours of continuous gaming in titles like Wuthering Waves, Genshin Impact, BGMI, PUBG, COD Mobile, at the highest setting available in the device. The highest temperature reached around 43 degrees and the battery dropped by 40%, which is actually good considering how demanding these games are. That is actually very good. Gameplay remains smooth and stable with no major frame drops. In very heavy games like Genshin Impact or Wuthering Waves, you may notice some minor stutters during long combat sessions, which is normal. In other games like PUBG, COD Mobile, Asphalt Legend, and Car X Street, there were no stutters or lag at all and no FPS drops. Gaming performance on the OnePlus 15 is excellent thanks to its 360-degree cryo-velocity cooling system and strong software optimization. While playing shooting games like PUBG or COD, you will also get a noticeable advantage because of its dedicated touch response chip which boosts touch response rate, and I also noticed this in actual gameplay because it does helps with easy and quicker kills. FPS remained stable throughout my gaming session with only around 2 to 3 minor frame drops during 30 minutes of gameplay. It's clear that OnePlus is now focusing heavily on gaming and performance. The OnePlus 15 turns out to be the best gaming device in its price range because it's performing well than its competitor in gameplay smoothness and stability. It might be a little hit up than its competitor, but it's actually playing well with better FPS stability and smoothness. Now let's talk about the battery. The OnePlus 15 comes with a massive 7300 mAh battery along with 120 watt wired charging and supports 50 watt wireless charging. It also supports bypass charging, features a USB 3.2 Gen 1 port. The phone charges from 1% to 100% in around 40 minutes. After a full charge, I got around 10 hours and 50 minutes of screen on time across 2 days of moderate usage on full 5G usage, which includes 2 hours of heavy gaming. Ideal range with mobile data turned off was 0%, which is impressive. With normal usage, the OnePlus 15 can easily deliver around 2 days of battery life on 5G, which is among the best in the flagship category. Now let's talk about the audio haptics and connectivity. The phone features dual stereo speakers with one speaker at the bottom and one speaker grill at the top. Now the output is loud, crisp and clear. Sound quality remains intact even at the maximum volume. The device comes with new O-Dialer app which includes AI features like AI call assistant that can summarize and translate calls. Call quality is excellent and both the mic and speaker performs well. The OnePlus 15 comes with a X-axis linear motor, although the OnePlus 13 comes with a better AAC vibration motor which is better than OnePlus 15, but the haptics are good for the price and it has improved a lot with updates. It comes with O haptics and it's integrated well into the UI. You can also customize the haptics intensity and you can customize how the haptics should behave, like with crispness or gently. I have also tested the Geo 5G on the device and it works really well both outdoors and indoors. For connectivity, it comes with Wi-Fi 7, NFC enabled, Bluetooth 6.0, LHDC 5 and an IR blaster is also there and it works well. It supports VO 5G. The phone supports 2 nano SIMs or 1 nano SIM plus 1 eSIM. Now let's talk about the camera, which is the most controversial part of the device. Portrait really bad by techie guys on Twitter. Let's find out it is really bad or not. OnePlus 15 comes with a triple rear camera setup, 50MP Sony IMX906 main sensor with OIS, 50MP Samsung GN5 telephoto with 3.5x optical zoom, and 50MP OmniVision ultra wide with 116-degree field of view. On the front, there is a 32MP Sony IMX709 camera with autofocus. Main camera captures good photos with close to natural colors and decent details, although sometimes details can wash out slightly. Switching to 26MP mode improves the detail retention. The telephoto lens performs really well at the 3.5x zoom, and even at 7x the photos look close to optical quality. Up to 20x zoom, the picture remains usable with details, but beyond that the quality starts to drop. The ultra-wide camera does a decent job. The front camera delivers great selfies with natural skin tones, accurate colors and with good details. For the video, the rear camera supports up to 8K 30fps and 4K 120fps with HDR Dolby Vision. The front camera supports 4K 60fps with HDR Dolby Vision. Video quality is overall good. The camera performance has improved through updates and currently performs above average. It's definitely not as bad as techies on Twitter portrayed it, but it's above average. Coming to the conclusion, with the OnePlus 15, I think almost everything is on point. The build, display, performance, software, experience, battery life and gaming performance are really all excellent. The only area where it could improve is the camera, which is above average but still not the best in the flagship category. However, considering the overall package, the OnePlus 15 is one of the most value for money Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 flagships. I am saying this because it is the first device to be launched with the 8 Elite Gen 5. It is criticized in the starting because initially the pricing seems a bit high, but once the other flagship launched with the 8 Elite Gen 5 with significantly higher pricing compared to their predecessors due to rising component cost and AI price hike, the OnePlus 15 started to looking much more competitive. And here the English phrase fits perfectly: you only miss the sun when it starts to snow. So if you can settle with an above average camera, the OnePlus 15 is definitely worth considering because everything else performs extremely well for the price. If you have any queries, feel free to ask and I will definitely reply to it. That's it for the video. I hope you liked the video. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends. See you soon. Subscribe now, bro. Subscribe please.